this is Error Jumbo. Sorry about that. The internet literally like 3 minutes before I was supposed to start, it just went out and it just came back on. So I wasn't even sure what live stream because I had no internet. Okay, with that said, we can get on with the tutorial. So today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the PHP framework called Leaf PHP. Before we begin, quick reminder that every day I do a live stream, usually around 2 p.m. Eastern. You should have started at 2 p.m. Eastern today, but as I said, I had a little issue, but that's neither here. You're also free to ask any questions or post any comments, anything in the live chat about programming or lifestyle topics. What you do is you go to obviously ojambo.com, you click the link, it will take you right to the live stream where you can join and post your requests. Also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed so far this month. Keep it up. It inspires me to keep on making tutorials just like this one. Okay, so let's get started with Leaf PHP. We're going to use version 4.2 and we're going to use it in the usual MVC, that stands for Model View Controller architecture. We're also going to make a simple application using the MariaDB integration. I'd like to say something continuing is I actually found another PHP framework. So as I said, there's going to be, after this one, there's going to be 2 more I'm going to review. Then I'll start making more applications in those frameworks. Okay, so this one is obviously one of those, I guess you call them like a micro type of framework, meaning that you pick and choose the parts you want. So it's lightweight, it's expressive, and obviously it also supports something called Blade templates and integrates easily with databases. Obviously we're going to use a MariaDB database today, and it's perfect for new developers and PHP veterans alike. In this beginner-friendly post, what I'll walk you through how to set up a single Leaf PHP application that connects to a MariaDB database and displays the records from people table using Blade. Okay, so I already explained why we're going to use Leaf PHP, but another option is its easy integration into Eloquent ORM, a composer-based project setup. So whether you're migrating from a raw PHP or learning to build structured applications, Leaf gives you the power without the bloat. Okay, so these are the prerequisites. You need PHP, whatever PHP version is supported. Right now I believe it's PHP 8.2 and up. I have PHP 8.4 locally because I'm using Fedora Linux. Obviously you have to Composer installed, and MariaDB running locally or remotely. If you're running remotely, make sure that you have enabled it to be able to connect to remotely. So I'm going to use a database table that's pre-existing called people. So that people is actually used for the artificial intelligence. So I just repurposed it. Now, obviously, I said in the future we'll add more data to that particular database. But for this one, I think there's 3 records. I want to grab those 3 records. So you can put whatever data you want in there. All right, so let's get started here. I'm going to drop to the command line to show you how to install Leaf MVC. But the first thing I'm going to do is, I haven't opened up a command line yet. So you see I have this folder here called, it's just Leaf PHP. There's nothing inside it. So I don't want to use the terminal, I want to use the console so I can zoom in. It's easier to zoom in that one. Open up a console here and I'll clean everything up here a little bit. Okay, and then I'll zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to use Composer to create the project. So you just type Composer create project, then Leaves. Even though it's called Leaf PHP, it's actually Leaves. Yeah, weird. And even Leaves, the spelling is weird. MVC and then Leaf up. So as you can see here, it's going to grab it's going to install version 4.1, 4.2. So you can already obviously upgrade, then you get 4.2 because that's the latest version, but Composer, even at time of this recording, it still pulls in 4.1, but that's fine, it'll still work. Okay, as you can see here, it's grabbing all the dependencies, for example, Brick, Carbon PHP, Doctrine, Faker PHP, Graham Campbell, Illuminate, and a lot of Illuminate files, and some Laravel, and then the rest are all leaves. You see here the Blade one. That's, pay attention now, that's one we're going to use for our the HTML part. And a lot of leaf stuff, the Nesbot, Nick, PHP option, PSR, then PSY, then Symfony. Some of this you guys will probably be familiar with because they're usually similar, and then VLOOKUS, and then Fuku. Okay, so now it's downloading them. Oh, okay, wow, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so it's done. So then I'm going to CD into the Leaf app, and I'll show you what it actually looks like. As you can see here, you have the app folder, you have a public folder, you have a vendor folder, and you have a compose.json, composer.lock, then you have the Leaf, that's the one to actually run things. I'll show you that in a second. And then we have the readme.md. Remember, MD stands for Markdown. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to create the model and the controller. So what we're going to do is, oh, I forgot one very important thing, is I'm going to do that offline. You guys are not going to see that. I'm going to do that offline. I forgot to start the database, even though I mentioned it. So I'm going to start the MySQL database. So it's systemctl. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm typing. This is the systemctl start MariaDB. Okay, then I type in my super secure password. All right, now the database has started. That's great. Now let's so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this Leaf. You see this Leaf application to actually create the controller and the model. So type PHP space, then Leaf, and then lowercase g colon controller, then I type people. So you see it has created the people controller. Now I also need to create a model, so I type PHP space Leaf space g colon model, then space, and then people. So this is going to create the middle. So you see it's smart enough, it called it person because obviously plural is people, one is person. So it created this as well. So we're going to use all of those, and also there's also a environmental file. So that's where you set your database options. So let's take a look at that one as well. So I'll open up in the text editor. So actually, you know what? I will just see if the hidden files here. Yeah, here goes. See, it's .env. So I'm gonna open this up in the text editor. Open the text editor, and I'll zoom in just a little bit. So as you can see here, this is the app URL. It's HTTP localhost 5500, and then you see the database connection is MySQL. So if you're using a MySQL database, that's fine. I'm using MariaDB, that's perfectly fine. And you see the default host, that's localhost 127.0.0.1, and the port number 3306, that's a default MySQL MariaDB port number. And here we go, you see the database name. So my database name is called GAI, that's short for generic artificial intelligence. And I'll type in the username, and then I also type in the password. Okay, so there we go. So I save this. Remember, this is it's a hidden file .env. So we go back in here, go back to hide them. On Unix type systems, or any file that starts with a dot or period, it's always hidden by default. Okay, next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the blade. Oh, actually, no, I can create the route. So let's actually create the route. So let's go to the app folder here, and here routes. We go to routes, and you see it doesn't have one for us. So we're going to create one. So I'm going to use this underscore app.php to make my own. I'm going to call mine people. So I'll open that up in the text editor. I'll zoom in. So I'm going to rename this, save as, and I'll call it people underscore people.php. Okay, so obviously it's going to be /people, and then it's going to go to our people controller at index. So that's what it's going to do. Zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see that. So we should be able to see that. So that's our route. Okay, next we're going to create our view. So let's go back here. So what you can see these views here, and we're going to grab this index.blade.php and create our own person.blade.php. So I'll grab this, open up in the text editor again, and I'll go to file and save as, and I'm going to change this to person.blade.php. Now this is the default, obviously the app. You see it will be called my Leaf MVC app. We'll take a look at that when we actually run the it as well, but I want to create my own code for this particular page. Okay, so I'm just going to use my own code, and I'll explain it. Okay, so I'll save. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. Just the usual doc type, HTML, the head section. And this is my styling. This is not a styling tutorial, this is a PHP tutorial, so I'm not going to dwell on the styling. You guys have seen this before in other tutorials. So here again, it's also not an HTML, but I'll just show you. So basically I just put an h1 tag for people list, so it's going to grab all the data in the people table, database table, and I just put a table heading, the ID, username, name, age, and verified, and then under the body, I'm just going to use a for each loop, and this is how I use the blade. You see, if it's set, meaning that if it doesn't exist, it won't display anything, or just but if it does exist, you see, if I use a for each loop, I get people as person, and then what I do, you see person ID, person username, person name, person age, person verified. So this is how you use the blade to output it, and for each loop, and else we just create one table cell spanning 5 columns, and it will say no data passed. So that's it. So that's our view. Okay, next we're going to take a look at our controller. It should be really easy. So for controllers, we go here and you see controllers, and you see it already created the people controller PHP for us. So let's grab that, and we might have to edit it out. I don't think we need to do much here. Oh yeah, we need to. Let me zoom in. Okay, so what it does is, you go app controllers. We're gonna add a few things here. So I'm gonna type use app /models/person. Oh, it's the other way around. It's backslash. Yeah, backslash. So it's use space app /models, comma case /controllers. Oh, what am I doing? Person. I'll say that again for people who are joining us from the podcast. It's use space app /models /person. That's it. Okay, then our class people controller extends controller is perfectly fine. Then public function index, this is where we're going to make our few changes. So what we're going to do is we want to grab all the people. So I'll create a variable here and I'll call it per people equals person colon all. So what this will do, this will fetch all people. Okay, then to render, you see it's going to render person, put comma here, and what I'll pass in, because I want it to be done in the view. So I'll pass in people. That will be the variable, and as I said, it's an array, so that's people. That's it. I'm using square brackets. You can use array. I prefer using square brackets because that's a standard for all most programming language. So that's it. Zoom out just a little bit here. There we go. So you guys can see if you're joining us. If you're going to be watching this from a vertical screen, you should be able to see that perfectly. All right, next. So this is our controller, people controller. I saved that. Next, we're going to go to our models, and you see there's person.php. Okay, here we go. You see there's nothing in here. It just created a blank template for us. So in here, it has the namespace, which is perfect. Namespace app / models, and then the class person extends model. That's all it has. So we obviously need to put something in here. Can you guess what we need to do? It's very simple. I'll make it protected. Yeah, it needs the table name. So table equals, so it's going to grab it from the people table. That's it. We're finished. So our app is completely done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the command line. Where are we on the command line? Where? Yeah, close. Oh, here's the command line. So basically where I am right now, I am right here. And then you see we need this one. So the server, you just type PHP space leaf and then serve, and you press enter. So you can see it says happy gardening. And you see now it started the server. Remember, it's in host 5500. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the Chromium browser. Okay, Chromium browser opened up. Hope it doesn't crash. It's been crashing a lot this entire month. So what I'm going to do then, I'll just go to localhost. And I think it's 5,000. Yeah, 5,000. Did I make a mistake? Oh, 55,000. Sorry, 55,000 or 5,500. So that's the default leaf.php. I don't know why it's. Oh, there we go. So that's. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, so this is, I believe this is an image. Yeah, this is an image that, yeah, it's a link. It goes to the dev for documentation. So this is the default page, and you can see this loaded up, and it's telling us we're using PHP version 8.4.11, and we're using Leaf MVC version is 4.0, but as you saw, it's actually 4.1 something. Okay, so now, if we want to go to our specific page that we created, all we have to do is just in the URL bar, just put a slash and then just type people. And then we made a mistake, so let's fix this mistake. It's always good when, oh, not always good, but so it's telling us that the view has not been found. So it's saying us something's wrong with our people controller. It says at index, the index has it's not able to find the index. So what this means, the index is the function that we're supposed to run. So let's go back to our people controller and see if we can resolve that. People controller. So we have index. So this is absolutely correct. This is basically to run this function. So whatever function you have, you tell it to run it, and it will run it. So this is our index. So I probably made a mistake here because I didn't copy paste. So let me, if you guys can scream, or if you are in the if you guys are in the what do you call it, in the live chat, if you can see the mistake I made, let me know. So I'm gonna see here, it's response, render, person, people. That seems correct. I don't see a problem there. Fetch all people. Yeah, that seems correct. I don't know why that's not working. Okay, that's correct. Let's go to the person, table, protected table. That's correct as well. Our blade, obviously okay. This one here. So people at index. What was that error message again? Invalid argument, name not found. Do I have to type /index? No. I don't know why that's not working. Let me try something else. I'm gonna go to the app, and let's go to the controllers. I'm gonna look at the default controller and see what that looks like. Open with text editor. Yeah, there's no difference there. Okay, and let's go and look at the model. So in case you're wondering why we have person, because there's also a users table. So they actually look at this one. Let's look at the person. Oh, I think I forgot to modify this. This might be the problem. Okay, but I might have to run that again. I think it didn't pick up. No, it should have. So let's look at the user. I think the user is the same. Email verified. User extends model protected. Class. I don't know if I have to do this. Okay, let's look at model extends. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering if I have to do this. Let me try one. Let me just try one of them. I'm gonna grab name, password, fillable, hidden, timestamps, casts. I don't think I need to, just the table. Yeah, that's all I need, because everything else is coming from here. Oh, wait, is this person? Just a second. Oh, I think it's person. Let's go to our blade. If it's set people, yeah, everything is fine. I just copy pasted. I'm not sure why that's not working. Oh, great. Now the glare is back. I can't see properly. Even worse. It says empty environment variables are empty. Let me see if there's something on the terminal here. Okay, I'm gonna check the log files to see, maybe it will give me a hint of what's going on here. Okay. Do I need to upgrade? I don't know why that's not working. Okay, let's look. Maybe the here will give us a hint. Oh, you know what? I think it's supposed to be people, not person. That's probably why. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, because I was wondering why it says person. Yeah, so I think I made a mistake in the people controller here. Yeah, so let me try person, people. I don't know if I have to restart, so let's see. Hopefully I don't have to restart. Okay, maybe I have to restart. Sometimes you do need to restart the server. Okay, try it again. Hey, hi Asim, how are you doing? I'm a little bit I'm in Canada, Ontario, Canada, in a rural area. Southern Ontario. Oh, Southeast Ontario, Canada. Oh, what about you? Where are we here? Hopefully this works. Nope, same problem. I'm not sure why that is not working. It says view, view not found. I didn't see that. View not found. Okay, so let's go to our person blade, people here. It goes to the people index. Let me see if what happens if I remove that act part there. Oh, Nepal. Oh, cool. When I used to work as a chemist, one of the guys there was actually from Nepal himself. He was the first person I met from Nepal. Cool, awesome. So what's the time right now in Nepal? Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. Let me see if there's some other. Oh, here we go. Maybe I took some screenshots here to probably give us. Yeah, see, that's correct. Took some screenshots. This is the. Yeah, so that's fine. Set people. That's perfectly fine. Oh, it says person here. So okay, so let's move back to person. Yeah, that's it. Man, sometimes it's so you are. It's 2 o'clock here, so you are about. So you're behind. That's weird. I'm actually. Yeah, so here it's like 2. It's 2:35 p.m. That's awesome. Here, I'll put it in the chat. It is 2:35 p.m. here. I'm not sure why that's not working. Okay, make sure response, render, person, all, index, extends controller, models, person. Okay, let's go to the people model and extends model, table, people. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Oh, okay. So you're like almost a day and you're almost like, yeah, so you're a day and like 2 hours ahead of me. Okay, yeah, because it's Monday for me. So that is really interesting. Cool. Okay, so I don't know what's wrong with this one, so I think I might have to stop the live stream, and hopefully when I fix this, I'll figure out why it's not working. Oh, did I forget put a route? I did. web.php route. Did I? Let me look at the. Oh my God! No, I did save this, so that's not it. Routes. Is this in the routes? Yeah, this is in the routes. Okay, let's go back to our routes. Do I need to add it here? I think I need to add it here, not there. Yeah, I think I need to, maybe the index. Let me see the index. Okay, I think I need to add it to this file. So that's what I'll do. I'll add it to this app file. So where is that people here? I'll grab this and I'll add it here instead. Let's see if that fixes it. Nope, that didn't fix it. It says people controller at index is not found. That is weird. Oh, is it get? Let's make sure. Oh, okay. I know the problem. I know the problem. Okay, there we go. I'm supposed to use get, not yeah, there we go. I think here we go. Okay, there we go. Get. I figured out. So but it's easier. Subscribe down. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Asim. And I figured out. So you helped me out. You see that? You helped me out figure this out. So instead of view, because remember I copied this from the app one, it's actually get. Now it should work. Fingers crossed. No, it still doesn't work. Come on, syntax error. Okay, so we're close. So where the syntax error app get people. Where is the syntax error? You gotta be kidding me. Get I think I know where the syntax error is. It's probably in here. Let me. No, I didn't do anything wrong here. Routes. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Asim, for subscribing. This is 12. Oh, it tells me here. It's on people. It's on people controller line 11. Okay, so people controller line 11 says I made a mistake here. Syntax error. Alright, let's look at this. Comma people, colon people. Oh, right here. Forgot to put the semicolon. There we go. Alright, now it should work. Yay! What's you doing, by the way? I have I'm just putting up a tutorial on how to use a PHP framework. One of my subscribers requested it, so that's what I did. Yes, I do Java, but I've noticed Java is really dated, and most applications use Kotlin. So I'll mention this. I'm gonna. I was using actually earlier. If you watch my channel, you will see earlier this year I was doing a lot of like Android stuff. So I was doing Java and Kotlin. The reason for that is because I have chickens. So the idea was I was going to use an old phone, a mobile device, as a camera. So what I was going to do was, I still intend to do this, is create an algorithm, which I did way back in the 90s, where I would use, because mobile phones, even the old ones, they have pretty good sensors for the camera and the like detection. So my idea was to use that so that, let's say during the day when I'm, for example, like right now I'm doing a live stream, if foxes come to, harass the chickens, it would take a photo or make a noise, give me time to go outside and chase it away. So that was the plan. I actually still intend of doing that. I'm actually in the process of building some numbers, so I'll show you guys how I do that. So I have like solar panels. I already bought the solar panels last year, so I want to build something where I'll be able to look after the chickens. Basically, when I'm at home, the chickens can roam without me being there, and obviously when I'm out, I'll lock them up so they're safe. Anyway, so I said I do have some Java and Kotlin stuff about the camera view, and just as I said, I do have it on the channel, and I do intend on picking up pretty soon as well. Is PHP case sensitive? No, PHP is not case sensitive. It's case insensitive. However, as I said, you have to make sure, just any programming language except for Python, just make sure you have the semicolon to close off the block. So as you saw the errors, and I fixed them. So this is the end result. You see, it grabbed this data from an existing database, and this is just a little styling. As I said, this tutorial is not about CSS styling, but you can style it any way you want. And as you can see here, with my styling, I can zoom in, and you see it's the table still looks pretty nice that way. Okay, so with that said, let's go finish this up. So this screencast actually were pretty helpful in. This is why I take screenshots as well, so that way if I make a mistake, it's easy I can look at them and figure it out. I would have figured out those areas a little bit earlier. Oh, okay, somebody's calling me. A second. Hey, Michael. Look. Okay. It looks like he, I think my sister calls it butt dialed me. It's where somebody accidentally calls someone, and so he's in the States, so he clearly made a mistake calling me, because I could hear he was talking to somebody else. I guess they were thinking what to order for lunch or dinner. Okay, so as I said, it's a screenshots. This is the live stream, as you can see. And I think my sister calls it butt dialed me. There we go. So you can see it's live right here. And okay, so if you want to learn more, I have my PHP book and course. This post is a great introduction, but if you're serious about mastering PHP, I recommend the Learning PHP. I have it on Amazon. You can search for Editor Jumbo. Links are also in the description. I also have the Learning PHP course on jumboshop.com. The links are also in the description. And if you need more help, I also offer one-on-one tutorials. For example, even Leaf PHP project updates, custom migrations. If you like the customers help, you can contact me at ojambo.com/contact. So in conclusion, Leaf PHP makes MVC development simple and clean in just a few steps. You connect it to a MariaDB database that was existing. You display the results with the blade without needing to learn a huge framework. Whether you're just getting started or migrating from vanilla PHP, Leaf 4.2 is a lightweight and powerful option. So happy coding. Now with that said, quick reminder that I do a live stream 2 p.m. Eastern every single day, and it's basically what you do is you go to jumbo.com, you click on the menu, you go to watch menu, then live menu. You can see the topics for this and future post-dated topics. For example, tomorrow we're doing one where we're going to train an AI called GPT Neo. We're going to train it. If you notice, one of the problems with all the AIs is that they haven't gotten any of my questions or requests correctly. So you can train it so that it's more in tune to what you want or need for your needs. Okay, so with that said, also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed so far this month. It inspires me to keep on making tours just like this one. I'd like to thank Asim for subscribing today. Okay, good. And now with that said, I'm going to head over to the chat and see if there's any more chat requests. If not, I'm going to end this live stream and see you guys tomorrow. All right, so, oh great, yeah, so perfect. So yeah, so I also for Sim here, I also have obviously JavaScript. I have Python tutorials. The Python stories are actually pretty nice because most of them are based on obviously there was beginner stuff last year. This year I've been focused on AI and what's the other one? Blender. So basically modeling 3D stuff in Blender and videos all in 3D, just using Blender and then outputting them for the web. Hope you like that as well. Alright, now with that said, I'm going to end this live chat and I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. Thanks, have a great day.